Alright, hey gang. Ugh. What are we doing? Fuck, I forget. Well, do we need money? We got some money. Well, we should probably just call it a day, right? So we have a ship mine core. What do we even need a ship mine core for anymore? Still got a lot we can do. Alright, let's just go back to the container. Ooh, these are some good numbers. Should we just do Sidereal Horizon? Make some goddamn fucking money. It's dangerous. Some work here. Hey, why don't we let him work now? Yannick's ward? Oh, we need to get Yannick's trust. Yeah, let's get his trust. Let's patrol the block. Ooh. Hey, look at that. Maurice almost trusts us. What a fucking moron. Sucker. Sucker. Alright, we're gonna make some money. Actually, we did make some money by doing that other thing, so... Oh! Hell yeah. Making that goddamn fucking money. Let's just keep working on the fucking Horizon Zero Dawn. Okay. Hey, we making that money. Ah, yes, money. Timber Treehouse, 100% positive. Let's go. Or cryo. Oh, we can actually re-roll that. What is it, 4? Perfect. Right. Nah, we're good with that. Oh yeah, we should probably save our boy. Yeah, okay, we need to close our eyes. Close your eyes. Okay, bypass, let's extract. Oh shit. A glint, like a light traveling along the edge of a wave, fills your eyes. Then the blade falls, a long head with 2 dead sockets slipping towards you in silence. You freeze, hoping it will pass you by, hoping that it will not simply slice through you like air. The blade head nears, slides past you. Almost. It nicks you, grazes you. You are desperate to cry out, to call out. But you hold your silence and simply watch the blind eyes of the killer glide past, empty of all thought. Then the blade winks into the dark, and you are alone again. Now you cry out. Jesus Christ. Okay, what do we have here? That's a 3 or a 5. Okay. Wake the fuck up. Let's go back down. Gamble Lounge. A spacer meal. Descend car. We should probably buy one, right? Do we just do stabilizer now? I feel like the next one's gonna, like, knock me the fuck out. Okay. Feeling good. We're stable. Oh, what the fuck is this? Alright, 3s aren't bad, but they could be better. Alright. What we're gonna do is this. We're gonna gamble this shit away. Cause it's 5s. 9. Come on, baby. Oh. You're killing me, Smalls. Oh, wait. Should we just, like, save the day? What? Ascend car. It's a 3, right? Oh, there we go. Bypass. Extract data. There we go. Now it's all. Now we can unlock it all. Okay. Alright. Branch is unlocked. I'm gonna unlock. Oh, that's not it. Let's unlock that. Bada bing. And then. Oh, wrong one. Bada ba ba booey. Now we can unlock him, right? Killer is dead. Oh, catch a killer. Loot branches, okay. Oh, that ruins my condition though. We don't like that. Forget hacking the system. Killer has to die. If you slice the branch connections, the mainframe will shut down, freeing Navigator. The access to the branches, you could redirect them to form a loop, isolating the mainframe with Killer inside, but freeing Navigator in theory. The Killer protocol has been running for a long time. Breaking the mainframe's final connections will end the protocol. The Killer protocol can be isolated without being destroyed. A loop of... I don't like it, but, you know, I think it's best if we try to not kill him. There we go. We won't kill him. I don't really want to kill him. I feel weird about killing him, you know what I mean? The hubbub. Let's try it. Hey. Ooh, Bliss. Hello? Whoa, who are you? Space mechanic on the hub. No way, Moritz. You take those substandard filters back to the shit heels who sold you them. You hear the voice echoing out of the bay as you pass, and moments later someone who you assume is Moritz drifts out with it, dragging a pallet of filter cartridges by a tether. Wow, I like the headphones. I should put stickers on my headphones. Mine are just black. That'd be cool. Little fucking gun. I like all the patches. I like just like the detail of like the artwork. Like all the small details. Hey, you out there. The same. Oh, wait, sorry. Hey, you out there. The same voice echoes out of the entrance. Looking for work? Yes? I need a hand. Get in here. The voice is coming from someone shorter than you expected. She's floating in the microgravity of the docking bay beside a half-deconstructed life support unit that looks like it might have exploded at some point. She points a wrench in your direction. You know anything about these things? She doesn't wait for an answer. Scratch that. Just help me with the casing. Let's help her. Alright then. She deftly moves around the unit, making space for you beside the central seam in the dented case. Just take a grip here and lift out and up. Then I can get in and unbolt it. She whacks the unit with the wrench. Whole thing is twisted to shit. You dig your fingers under the casing and lift it away, the metal squealing from the force. She puts her hands under, spinning the wrench to slip out the bolts, catching them in her other hand while they spiral free. All good. The casing lifts off, revealing the ornate piping of the unit's interior. She whistles at the mess of ducts and filters. By the way, everyone calls me Bliss. She pats you on the shoulder, offering little in the way of an explanation. What do you do here? Repairs, fit-ups, teardowns. Bliss starts pushing and pulling up the ductwork, looking for fractured pipes. We haggle for contracts, but the good ones get snapped up quick by the bigger bays. So here I am trying to get this M2 unit running again for one of the freelance tugs. Small time stuff. Hold this. She rips out a ribbed pipe and hands it to you like a freshly caught fish. We churn stuff around fast and neat, and maybe we get a chance at landing something bigger. Something starts hissing at the unit, and Bliss quietens it with a precise whack. Quietens. Never heard that. But to be honest with you, the way things are going, I can already see the other crews licking their lips, ready to take this place over. She looks up at you. I'm almost out of luck. What happened? Long story. Some people just can't keep promises. She keeps working, twisting aside pipes with care. There we are. Bliss pulls her hand from deep inside the unit and out it comes, clutching a lumpen cube scorched black. The thing must have overloaded and popped half of itself out of the side. You both duck down to the side of the unit and spot the exit wound. It edges fringed with more scorch marks. Grab me a replacement converter from the racks, will you? Let's head to the racks. You kick off the unit and drift over to the wall racks where a catalog of parts sit secure in clamps. Colored tape and scrawled notes flutter across the walls. A complex organization system of Bliss's own design. Or just a big mess. You try to pick out the right part. Well, we're not looking for a transformer, so it's either an M2 converter or an F4. Let's try the M2 converter. You grab the part and push back to the unit. Bliss holds out an arm and you pass it over. The converter spinning gently as it leaves your hand. Perfect, you pass. She straightens up from the unit. That is, if you want to work here. Bliss rubs her hands clean, looking down at her palms. Truth is, I need a hand here. My partner skipped out on me and left me with the whole mess. You seem like you might at least be better at spotting a clean air filter than Moritz. I'll consider it. Wait, she frowns at the racks. That's not all of it. My old business partner, they rinsed the place, emptied the accounts. To bid for jobs, we need to put down deposits, bring in parts, pay tug fees for that. She looks nervous, embarrassed. We need shits. You want me to pay to work? Come on, it's not like that. We'd be partners, straight split. Bliss settles herself against the unit and looks off into the distance. I guess I look pretty stupid. Here I am asking any random passerby to be my business partner. No offense. She managed to smile. I get it. Thanks, she meets your eye. I appreciate it. Bliss goes back to working on the unit. Look, it's no pressure. You find the money or you find someone who has, or you just forget the whole thing. Up to you. She gestures for you to help her refit the casing. You both slot it back into place. I think I'm good to wrap this one up for now. But if you're into it, come back and we can bid on a new contract. Something to get our teeth into. Something that pays. She gives you a serious look. You can trust me. I don't say this stuff lightly. You kick away from the babe, propelling yourself back to the handholds at the entrance. You slip out with a wave as you do. Someone slips back in. You hear Bliss as you glide down the passageway. Moritz, I swear to God, if those filters aren't clean, you smile. Seems like this could be interesting. Cool. So, Bliss's Bay. She needs 80 chits. Let's do it. I'll invest in this. It's 20% off. Let's do it. That seems fine. Bliss is incredibly grateful. I'll pay back every chit. I promise you. You guess you two are partners now. It's gonna take 3 days for her to bid. So let's go back down and take a nice nap. We should probably build my own house. I've been living in this fucking unit for 2 months now. Oh god, I'm gonna be starving. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, that's not good. Need to eat. A boy who needs to eat. Alright, there we go. Feeling good, feeling great. Back up the ascender car. Ascender car! Ascender car! So let's do Baba Booey. Cool. I mean, let's just make sure we finish this off right here. There we go. As you blink into the cloud, you see the last flickers of life from the mainframe. The vast machine once ran the whole station, span it up, directed and processed the flow of energy, water, and data, fed the lives of thousands of people. Now, it is finally dead. Navigator is beside you, and you both look out at the perfect ring that encircled you both, woven from the data branches that once fed the mainframe. You see a glint along its edge, and that familiar blade-like head rises to the surface, like the cresting fin of a shark, and then slips into the loop again. All that you see of Killer's body after that is slight thickening of the loop, and that thickening begins to travel around on a long and slow sojourn that will last it forever. I'm surprised at you, says Navigator, drifting faintly around you in a lazy orbit as if to shake off their imprisonment. Killer had been wandering blind for so long. Did you not think to end them forever? I pity them. It kinda sucks for Killer. All the more reason to end their suffering, Navigator looks at you inquisitively. This place was their domain and prison, and they had followed their directives for the many decades they roamed here. They cut the threads of the mainframe, executed its administrator AIs, and then kept slicing. At some point, they cut away their own inability to see, to sense, to taste, to speak. And yet they kept cutting, until only those 3 threads remained from millions that once thrummed here. Only their blindness and chance kept them from making those final 3 fatal cuts. There is ceaseless violence in the kind of system that creates beings like this. Those that will execute commands endlessly, even to their own destruction. Navigator looks at you for your thoughts. I will not continue the violence. The system you float in is one built of violence. You should be naive to believe otherwise. Navigator turns away. You watch the data points of the station spin around you, bonding with the fixed stars. There's something satisfying about finally wrenching the last threads of control from the central point. It was little more than a ghost by the time you reached it, but this place deserves to be haunted by better ideas than a totalizing system of control. Navigator floats beside you. It is free now. The station no longer presents a hazard for illegal entities like me. They turn to you, their face a cloud of shimmering light. In fact, in time, perhaps it could be a refuge. Refuge. That sounds like something of value, something worth building. A dark shape passes across your vision, a distant curve of something like smoke or oil, a fluid, shifting tank of total darkness. The Greenway, says Navigator, following your line of sight. It was cut off at the moment of the collapse, so Hunter or Killer could never reach it. Now it is closed off to us, separate from the cloud. But the system is inside it. It may be totally dark, or perhaps some other old protocols are isolated there. Navigator turns to you. But we have now seen what decades of isolation can do to a protocol. If we could extract an access cipher, they pause, and then blink out of existence. You freeze, shocked, but a moment later they reappear with a glowing polygon of data. Here, the cipher you need. You take it, still shocked. I am not used to being free. To be able to move and explore and extract without fear, without limits. Navigator does a little twirl. This will take some getting used to. Thank you for this gift. They whirl their sphere around you. The entities of this station will always be friends to you, Sleeper. Thank you. It is true that mutual need is required for friendship, but I must admit I had not considered the value of offering assistance without personal gain. I will think on that. Navigator loops around you rapidly, suddenly eager to test their newfound freedom. But first I will explore. Perhaps there are still intelligences that hide themselves as I did, encased in simple machines. Cut off. Navigator glows. I would like to free them. And with that they drift away, flickering, glowing, then shifting so rapidly you lose sight of them among the glittering rim on the eye. You feel a pang of jealousy, free, without a body to weigh you down, or fear to limit you. How must it feel? Your eyes fall on the Greenway and its secrets, though perhaps that can wait until after you have celebrated this victory. Hey. Yeah, so I really want to just kind of save him, because, you know, he's had a kind of rough, like, killer. I mean, I know. Okay. So the thing is, I guess the thing is that after my experience with that Akita and the robots and whatever, I've just felt kind of bad about everything. Oh, oops. Let's just finish this one off. There we go. Keyshow Spacer sleeping berths. What the fuck does that mean? Rent-a-cat, the only place to sleep on the hub. Hacked off and welded to the ring, they are surprisingly expensive to rent. Hold on, what does that mean? Okay, it's just another house that I could have. I mean, that's nice, but I don't know if I need it. Maybe get it if, like, cross the green. Misty's yelling. Come on, Misty. See, I'm gonna go up in a little bit, but I don't want to, like, encourage, like, barking in case it's demand barking, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's difficult. It's a difficult situation. Here's the Greenway gate. Now we can go into here. Okay, the safe for Burns. What has been unlocked? The Greenway rolls beneath you like a silt-choked river. If what Navigator said was true, then no one has accessed these networks since the collapse. The Hunter and Killer protocols have never set foot here, never cleared out the intelligences and systems. So why then, you wonder, does it look so dark? Is it just that the bit rot has set in, the entropy of systems reducing everything into shadows and light? You watch as a slotted cipher fizzles in the one open, distorted gate on this entire rim of the station. It flickers and winks out, and then you are falling into the flow. A river of swirling darkness. You are spun by it, twisted by it, lost in it. It's not that the Greenway was hiding in the darkness. It is made of darkness. It is filled by this substance, this process, this swarm. Now you are among it. You notice that a swarm is exactly what it is. 1 billion individuals moving flow. There's no network map here, no nodes and threads, only a storm of interchangeable points, shifting configurations endlessly. Then you see them, a figure, turned away, the only bright spot in the river. You push closer through the storm. Oh, Gardener? You're facing away, at least you think so. They're so fractured, so overgrown that it is hard to tell. Even from this distance you can see their flesh is moving, flowing. You watch silent as they stoop and reach down. In their hands is this dark shape, and with twisted fingers they press it down into the plume of data beneath them, pushing it through this trembling soil. Then they move away, go a little further, and repeat the process, as if they were sowing a field. You push forward, but somehow, despite their slow and deliberate speed, they move faster, and they quickly fade into the storm. You reach the point where they planted the object and look down. There it is, a glassy, shifting polygon with something inside. You reach down and pick it up. It is cold, but it thrums with energy. You look toward the path of the figure, but they are long gone. When you blink out of the cloud, back to the leaves and the dappled light of the greenway, you hold a seed in your hand. A seed? You need to find somewhere safe to plant this gift. Oh. Let's grab this. And then let's re-roll. Hell yeah. Club head caps. Well, we have a lot of stuff. Guess we don't know where we want to bring the seed to right now. Yeah, I guess we just go to bed. Unless, hold on. Is there anywhere? Havenage, yet again. Can I open my eyes? Ascend the car. Anything here? Descend. Okay, maybe not. 150 cryo for that, huh? Ooh, 80 for Matsutake caps, huh? And Memphis doesn't have any more to... Okay, so I could sell those caps. Not a bad idea. Reroll. Sweet. Let's just finish it off. Let's finish getting Yannick's trust. Hey, look at that. You almost laughed when you see it. The same small recorder stuck to a different wall this time. Written across the fluorescent tape is that familiar word, sleeper. You grab it quickly. Rabias is sorry. Sabine's voice sparks up once again. She said she didn't have time to brief you before setting you up with the old man. I'm sure you've got the play by now. Earn his trust, work the block. Then we need you to get into his office. A pause. It's risky, but obviously you are the only one of us who doesn't already know. Either way, we need to locate the link to SNR. You hear a shout in the background of the recording. Rabias says, "Be careful." Sabine continues. The data suggests there's some relay. Processing the implant data and sending it to SNR, but we can't lock down its position. Either he's moving it, or it's moving itself, or it is rerouting through other relays. We can't understand it. Maybe you can find some details on it in his office. Once he trusts you, you should be able to get close enough to get in his office. You'll only get one shot. The recording creaks and whines. That's the final piece of the puzzle to end this. A pause. Good luck, sleeper. I'm sorry too. Be safe. The recording clicks off, leaving you in silence. You pocket the recorder just in case and walk away. Looks like it's up to you. Alright, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Let's continue on. Let's go to Yannick's office. Oh, well, we've got this one. Let's fucking crush this. I was gonna put that. Let's get that SNR relay. Sweet. It's so funny how easy this game's become, because like, this is something I was gonna talk to you about, but like, the first few episodes, I was struggling. You know, I was struggling so fucking bad. They really put you at like ground zero, and make you feel that every day you are just dying, slowly but surely. You're making just enough money, and then you're going to lose it. Your body is literally dying. You're not able to do much every day. It's awful. And then you're able to do a little bit more, and a little bit more. And now I'm so secure. I am so fucking secure in this game. Look at me. I'm rich, bitch. But yeah, it's funny. It is honestly, it kind of feels like real life. When you're dropped into something like with nothing and no one, you're pretty much gonna get yourself into debt and all this shit. But if you have a little bit of a support structure, you can fucking make some money. And it's not just like, oh hey, like, you know, like, it's like privilege. Like, my character got like upgraded and better and all this shit, and now he can actually make some income and, like, you know, make a life for himself. But like early on, I fucking could not. It was so tough. Now they make this game easy peasy. But I think it was like strategic in like the way I chose certain perks. Can I see my perks? I can't. What was the first perk I really went for? It was the one that let me see what outcomes do what. That was critical in knowing what would be the best choice. So I think that was very, very helpful, more than any other skill. And then yeah, lowering the cost of cryo and then having costs come down to, like, just through gameplay and everything. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I always thought it was funny that, like, how hard it was in the beginning of the game versus how easy it's become at this point in the game. You look at the countermeasures on the drawer, it looks like some kind of shock trap. If you grab the drawer, you'd likely have thousands of volts running through your system right now. You wince. Once you find the anchor points, it comes away easily enough. You prise it from the drawer quickly and quietly, and listen for footsteps in the corridor outside. Nothing. All clear for now. You slide the drawer open, looking for another countermeasure that might be inside, expecting to see a chunk of tech, the relay. But as you slip it open, all you see is a handful of wires and an empty implant cradle. Is this some kind of mistake? You freeze for a moment, unsure what to do next. Why keep an implant cradle so carefully guarded? You remember Yannick having an implant, a small plate on the side of his head, just above his ear. You assumed it was for hearing or vision. Those shimmering glasses of his come back to you in your memory. His strange movements, his speech. You look again at the cradle, and there it is, printed on the frame. Proprietary technology, property of SNR. Rabias said the relay moved, but they couldn't get a fix on it. What if Yannick was the relay? The thought hits you like a shock. Yannick, with a remote relay implanted in his head, networked to every single implanted enforcer in the low end. A shudder runs through you. Is he even in control? Or has SNR formed its way into the man? Could he even be considered separate from the corporation itself? You think of your own legal status as proprietary technology, a puppet with strings. Holy shit. Yeah, like, I know I'm a fucking, like, I'm a thing, but like fucking Yannick is might actually definitely be like just the company in a body. Time to cut Yannick's strings then. You reach. I love this. I love like cyberpunk ideas. They really just go in with the cyberpunk ideas. It's funny because I heard that game Cyberpunk 2099, whatever it's called. I heard that, like, you know, for a game that calls itself Cyberpunk, the ideas of Cyberpunk really aren't in it. But this is very Cyberpunk. You reach inside the cradle and find a remote connection, a tiny bead of a transmitter, likely controlling the link to SNR. And there it is. You pause for a moment. Then you squeeze it, snap it from the frame, and it crumbles, sparks, and dies. It takes a moment before the shout comes. Before the scream, you are already on your way out. Down the corridor, down through the unit that serves as the lobby to Yannick's office. Then onto the walkway where Yannick lies still, and forces gathered around him bemused. Let's approach. You push through the crowd and there he is, still, crumpled. You arrange him a little, lie him down properly, feeling how thin his body is under his suit. You wonder how long he's been like this, a puppet for SNR. With the connection cut, nothing remains of his body, which means that Yannick the man was gone a long time before now. You place a hand on his chest. You are sorry for him, but it's done now. You did not kill this man. You've seen enough. The connection is cut, and whatever Yannick was or had become is gone. Your anger is hardcore in your chest, and all of it is focused on SNR. Damn. It's gonna take a few days, okay. That's fine. Oh. Yeah, let's, put this bad boy to work. Hey, look at that. It's looking good. We can eat. Hey, look at that. We're full. Maybe we can stop using this fucking empty container. Flickering already? Hey, a quiet voice greets you as you leave. Sleeper, it's me. Who? Morris, he pauses. I work for Bliss? He rose the back of his head. You are not an easy person to find. I don't really have an address. I live in a container. Morris holds up his hand. Hey, no judgment. It's cool. You both stand there for a moment, each waiting for the other to speak. So... yeah, well, Bliss needs you. A job just came in, a really big one, and she's asking for you to come up and help her out. I'll be right there. Nice, yeah. Morris stands there for a little while, unsure if the message is delivered. I've got it. Cool. He looks around. Bliss just likes me to do a thorough job, you know? He rubs his hands together before burying them in his jacket pockets. See ya, Sleeper. Moritz ambles off down the corridor, kicking at a filter cap on his way out. Time to head to Bliss's Bay then. Okay. Well, we can do that. Let's ascend to the hub! What's all the hubbub, bub? But the catch is that the word need to turn around fast. Too fast. Oh, fuck! Alright, we should do this one. Boom. And then... Oh! Boom. Boom. Hey, look at that. We sealed the leak. As you both wait in the airlock for it to cycle back to the bay, Bliss thumps you on the arm. Nicely done, Sleeper. You cleared that contract, no problem. Once we're back in the bay, we can check it if the payment has come through and divide it up. She stretches. Feels good. The airlock clunks and the lights flicker. And a moment later, you are back in the bay, where Morris is at the rack, trying to figure out where the mess of tools Bliss left and in her wake should be hung. Hey, Morris. Oh, hell yeah. I like Morris with the boom. Actually, I don't know if it's a boom. That's not a boombox. That kind of reminds me of a boombox. I like this Moritz. This is a sick outfit. Sleeper. He spins a wrench in his hands. Looks like clean work out there. He nods respectfully. Look over at Bliss, who is already gliding over to our management console. She twirls a little as she crosses the cavernous bay. No one you've ever met moves as well in Zero G as she does. It's like she was born into it. Shit. Bliss slams a fist onto the console. Shit. What's up? Can't even. Bliss goes to the rest. Come here. Bliss calls you over. Look at this. Just look. She spins into the terminal screen and you see the details for the bay's account. You see an entry for the Ember's Wake. A repair fee paid in full the moment you finished up the job, but then directly after the whole amount was transferred back out into an unknown account. What the hell? This is the work of my ex. She punches the screen, the terminal. He must have coded a back door into the machine before he left. She rubs her forehead. There's no way we can. She pauses, thinking. Morse, throw me that wrench. What's that for? Mort spins the wrench across the bay. Bliss smiles. This. Bliss brings the wrench down on the terminal. Hard. You flinch backwards as a hail of computer parts spill up into the bay in a glittering arc. Fragments of screen, memory, sections of the casing. When Bliss is done, she clips the wrench to her tool belt. Try backdooring your way into that, you shit. Moritz drifts out from his hiding place amongst the racks. Bliss, he says tentatively. You want me to... He looks at the arc fragments drifting around the bay nervously. Bliss shakes her head. No, she sighs. I've got it. You go get me a new terminal. Cheapest you can find. Cobble one together from pieces at the ore exchange if you have to. Bliss. She looks over at you. I'm good now. Bliss glides over to a panel by the wall. Don't worry, one of the first things I had installed when we spec'd out this place was a clean sweep. She flicks over a plastic cover on a huge red button. Watch yourself. She hammers the button and a row of laser emitters unfold from the bay wall. They start crawling their way across the work area, frying the debris as they do it in pulses of burning light. Bliss smiles. It's that or just space the whole bay every few cycles. What now? She sighs. We keep at it. The cleaning sweep buzzes and crackles as it works its way across the bay. That account wasn't everything. I'm not that stupid. Once Moritz gets back, I'll secure it and flush everything else. She flicks a nearby piece of debris into the path of the sweeper. Clean break. Then we take another contract. That's it. She shuts off the sweep as it reaches the near up bay. You don't want the cryo back? Oh, I want it, but it's gone. You could have transferred it anywhere. She looks out across the hub. And even if I knew where he was, the last thing I want to do want is to ever see him again. She rubs her forehead. I'm sorry, Sleeper. I know you worked for this too, but next time won't be the same. That's okay. She smiles. See you in a few cycles. Morris will let you know. She winks and kicks off into the bay to finish cleaning up. That fucking sucks. God damn it. 2 cycles, I guess. That's fine. We can wait 2 cycles, I guess. Oh, Fang. When you enter the service dock, Fang is already set up, crouched among the stacks of equipment. He's leaning over a terminal, bathed in a blue glow. He looks totally at home. Sleeper, what do you think? Turns out not everyone in Havenage is set against me. A couple of my old system pals managed to sit me up some of my old gear. He gestures at the pile of blinking hardware. Why is there... Hold on. They forgot to... Why is it like this? That should be a sentence. That should be just like narration. That's... Okay, this is stupid. He gestures at the pile of blinking hardware. Nice kit. Fang does a mock bow. Any updates? Fang beckons you over. He has set of scans of the waste on his terminal, with heat max of activity overlaid. A chunk of the derelict rim is blotchy with bright red and orange marks. Does this look like a wasteland to you? Fang shakes his head. There's hundreds of convoy machines out there, all lined up in concealed hangars and a whole underground facility to support them. Hardin's got a crew out there putting them together. They must have shipped them in piece by piece, through the shipyard, ready for assembly out there. Why? They're planning something. No one needs hundreds of heavy-duty reclamation joys to run this kind of operation. Maybe Hardin masked this whole thing as an effort to clean up the waste, but there's no way this is about pulling scrap off the eye. Fang looks forward. And why is Conway in the mix? bet no one in Havenage knows another corporation setting up on the station. They aren't stupid either. These scans are the best info I can get. The wastes are cut off from the eye's cloud of network. The Greenway is a total dark zone. No data can come in or out. We can't hack them? We can from here, he turns and winks. That's why I'm gonna pay them a visit. How? You forget. Havenage came in and out of there all cycle. Should be able to get in. As long as no one I know sees me, he grimaces playfully. But I need you on the outside to help disable security cameras. Cut me a pathway through. There's no cloud access, but if I can get inside, I can open up nodes in their network and we can work in tandem. It's a massive facility, buried deep down there. Miles of corridor and ventways wrapped around cargo bays and hangars, so it'll take more than a few cycles to work through it. But as long as you can keep them off my back, I know I can rip what we need out of there. He pulls a handful of ripper worms from his pocket and hands them to you. These are the last of my helpers I managed to salvage, so make them count. I modified them slightly. This time they'll feed their data threads back into the system and then that they're tunneling into, creating a nasty little feedback loop. Rerun it just like we did it with the agents. Hack the nodes, I ping the location of the ports for those security, then slot the worms in those systems and let them go to town. He points to a fuzzy silhouette of the buried facility on the terminal. Here's the entryway. This is where you can get across and slot the first worm. That'll fry the perimeter systems and get me past the first cordon. What I need from you is to keep your eyes on the facility after you kick things off. You see me pop up a security system, a server bank? You need to break in and slot a ripper to disable it as soon as you can. If I don't, Ben gives you a hard look. You miss the system, you wait too long, they're gonna find me. Simple as that. He claps you on the shoulder. I need you to focus on this one, so I'm gonna let you fire the starting gun. I won't go until you slot that first worm. I'll leave a tracker running on the terminal here, so come back here if you want to see my progress. He affectionately pats you on the top of the screen. Got it. Don't worry. You can run rings around their protocols. I've seen it. Bing sets up. It's all in place. You need to make your own preparations and slot that worm. He stretches. Just don't wait too long. I'm getting bored of all this sneaking around. Once I'm inside, I'll get the proof we need to end this whole thing, no matter what. He crouches to check the terminal. We can't take longer than 6 cycles on this thing. Remember that. He stands up. Oh, and one last thing. He lowers his voice. If I get caught, or you can't reach me, or we run out of time, there's one thing I need you to do. What? You take whatever I've managed to pull at that point, all that data, and you slot that stuff right into the relay I've set up here. He points it to a pile of servers and terminals, hooked into the dock with the cables as thick as your arm. I repurposed the dock's SOS broadcast system to beam out whatever you put in it. Anyone with a terminal, a slate, or a server on the eye will see it. That means Havenage, Yadigan, the hub, everyone. No matter what, Hardin isn't snaking away this time, he grins. I've got a bit more to do here, but the moment you slot the first worm, I'll make my move. He gives you a parting smile and turns back to the terminal. The nerves hit you as you make your way to the service dock. Time to repair yourself. Okay. Definitely can't do it now because we're still doing like work. But that is good to know. Oh. That's the Ripper worm he's talking about? Okay. Cross the rim. And we're working on a day's work. Hey, look at that. Now we sleep. We sleep. Oh God, what are these numbers? Ah! That sucks. What the fuck is this? We should babysit Liam. Hold on. Bias unit. Okay. Caster's table. We don't have any more of that. Okay. That's fine. Derelict unit. Let's continue on. Taking some time. Make a little money. Always good, always good. Here, let's buy some food. Always good to get some fucking food in my goddamn belly. What else? I don't know. How much is that good? That's kind of good. We're making some money doing this at least. Hey, look at that. End cycle. Just like that, we're ending the cycle. Alright. We'll continue on next time.